All right, moving right on to the next episode. Three's a crowd. You hear that, Jack Tripper? It is not company. So real quick, I know in the last review I talked about a fuckload of movies that I'm recommending here, but seriously, I cannot talk about this episode without talking about this. The lead actor who plays the psycho jealous husband in this episode, he was a main character in one of the greatest action movies you will ever watch. It is so over the top. It's ridiculous. Anyone who sees it, who's ever seen it, is gonna instantly just think that I'm amazing for pointing this out. Death Wish 3, not 2, not 4. Death Wish 3. Okay, Death Wish 3. It's fucking ridiculous. If you've seen Death Wish 3, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It is just one of those movies that you and your friends have to sit down and watch. It's so funny how drastically different the tone of 3 is after 1 and 2 are like straightforward, like gritty crime thrillers, you know, vigilante in the street. And then this one, he just straight up becomes fucking, you know, John Matrix from freaking Commando. It gets so out of control. He just takes on an army by himself. God, I love that movie. Anyway, let's move on. Now, this episode is all about jealousy. And jealousy is something that I honestly don't really suffer from when it comes to relationships. I've always been a guy that's like, if you want to be with someone else, go for it. Like, oh, you find that guy more appealing than me? All right, honey, have at it, and I'll let her go. But so yeah, jealousy, I don't. It just doesn't appeal to me. Like I don't get it. I mean, if someone doesn't want to be with you, I don't know why you want to be with them. I've never gotten that concept. Like if a chick tells me she doesn't want to be with me, I'm gone instantly. Like instantly. Even if I'm crazy about the chick, I'll just be like, oh, you don't want me? Oh, okay, never mind. And I'm gone. So I don't know. I have a very hard time with jealousy and stuff. I get it. It's not like I'm an idiot. I mean, I might be a little bit of an idiot, but not in this. Like I totally get this. It doesn't, I don't know. It doesn't speak to me in the slightest. But anyway, like, I feel like these guys are just begging for him to get jealous and or murder them. Like the way that they're conspiring together for their, you know, spoilers obviously, for their freaking anniversary party / unveiling that he's gonna be a daddy party. I mean, could they be more freaking suspicious than they are being down there in the way they're wording everything, and they know that he's crazy jealous and that he's within earshot? Like, do I think they deserve to die? No. But I do think that someone needs to give them a good smacking around. Like, seriously, how stupid can you be? Your husband's losing his mind. And why do you even want to have a... Like, you need to tell him now. He is on his last freaking, you know, thread here. He's just hanging. And you're just... You're trying to plan this party when he keeps getting worse and worse. Really? Like... yeah. I mean, but it's just never a good idea for you and your wife and your fucking her ex-lover to hang out when he's rich and paying for the whole trip and all. Like, who the fuck would agree to that? Especially some jealous psychopath like that. I have a hard time believing that this guy was like, oh yeah, we're gonna totally go and stay with your ex on his like private fucking resort because he's a millionaire and he's so much better than me, supposedly, in his mind anyway. I just find it hard to believe that he would agree to this any way, shape, or form. And the fact that he would let her go out with this guy and shop and do stuff, like, there's just no fucking way. Unless he's a total masochist. Another episode, I don't have a ton to talk about, but this dude, I have to give him a little bit of credit here. Even though I don't think the episode is great. I like the ending a lot. I think the ending is really morbid and fucked up. And it's a good little twist. It's kind of predictable, but it doesn't matter. It's still fucked up, regardless if you can predict it or not. But he does do a really good job of like the psychotic breakdown. Like he's a little over the top when he's like getting jealous and being jealous, but once he snaps and he pulls out the bow and arrow, like the crossbow, I guess. From that point on, like his level of craziness really fucking flourishes. Like he nails that crazy dude who has been tipped over the edge. And when he he comes out once he kills the dude and sticks him up on the wall, how the fuck he's able to do that, who knows? I see that in movies all the time, and I'm like, how did you get a person to how did you get them to stay there as you stuck them up there? Like that is a 200-pound man that you lifted off the ground and stuck a whole bunch of arrows through 10 feet off the ground onto the wall. I mean, it looks cool in a movie, but you're like, yeah, that's not logistically possible. Like, could you do it? Sure. Like if you got some like pulleys and some winches and also, you'd have to have like this whole elaborate fucking Gilligan's Island rig to get it up there. Whatever. Doesn't matter. But yeah, like she comes back and he's just comes out in her coat, starts spreading blood on it, and then licking the dead victim's blood off of his fingers as his wife is screaming in terror. Then he strangles her ass after she like jumps out of a window. The way he reacts to her like jumping out of the way, he's like, no! And he like runs to go get her, like, you're not getting away. I'm telling you, man, his performance, like once he loses it, is right on. He is fucking scary, dude. This guy looks like he has been broken. And he goes after her and kills her and he drags her, and he's just like all adrenaline at this point. He's just dragging her body like it's a fucking rag doll behind him. Oh man, he is nuts. So he really made up for it. And as I said, like he's talking about in the episode how he feels so, you know, emasculated and inferior, and you know that because he hasn't been able to give her a kid, a baby. And ironically, of course, because this show's all about irony, she's pregnant when he kills her. So not only does he kill his wife, he kills his unborn baby. Yikes, that would be a hard pill to swallow. All right, guys, it is way past bedtime, so I don't even know like if I made any sense. So good night.